Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then hello, welcome, thank you for clicking on. Right, so I remember saying when I first done one of these videos I'm going to try and do them every month. The thing with last month is that February is such a short month that it literally flew, like it went so quickly, and I felt like I didn't really have enough products to do a favourites video. So we skipped February, but this month I'm back. I've got so many favourites to show you, so that is what we're going to be doing in today's video. But before we do begin, you know the drill. Please can you subscribe, like this video, turn the notification bell on, and yeah, all that good stuff. Okay, so I feel like you're definitely going to have seen me talk about these products already, and it's been in a few videos, but I feel like it would be weird if I was including my favourites if I hadn't, because that is the whole point. So where shall we begin? I'm going to start with this little baby. So you would have seen this was in my Look Fantastic haul. Quick side note, anything that is from Look Fantastic, I'll list everything down below, but any of my Look Fantastic stuff I will leave my code on the screen. I'm just putting that out there before we get into it, because I'm not going to say that after every single product. But yeah, you would have seen this in my Look Fantastic haul. So this is the Zoeva Caramel Melange palette. Now, you know I was obsessed with this palette when I first tried it out, and I still am. I have used this several times this month, keep reaching back in for it. It's just, like I said when I was trying it, these are all my colours. So anytime I'm doing my makeup, just like for me, or just like my go-to sort of looks, I bring this one out. It's just such a good palette. They blend easily, there's not a lot of fallout, the pigments are insane, they're really like chunky, but not too chunky, if you know what I mean. But you don't need to wet your brush, you don't need a pigment on top of it, you can just use them on their own and they are enough. It's just a really beautiful everyday palette. It's nice and thin, easy to travel with. Like I say, these are all my favourite colours, so if you are looking for a palette that is just for like yourself and like every day and one to take on holiday with you, then this is it. It is beautiful, it is so beautiful. And to be fair, I have actually got quite a few different looks out of it. There obviously isn't as many shades in it as some of the bigger palettes, but you can definitely still get a few looks out of this. My next product, which again you would have seen in the Superdrug haul, is, I mean, it speaks for itself. I'm literally used so much of it. So this is the Revolution Blur and Balm. So it's the Pore Blur and Compact. When I first used this, I was like, I don't know if I can see that much of difference. Let me see if you can see my pores, if this will focus. No pores, no pores. This stuff is amazing. Like, it's such a dupe for my Tatcha one, and it's a fraction of the price. It's just so nice. It goes on your skin so smoothly, it blurs your pores, it's not too drying. Like, once you put it on, it's actually quite like moisturising, it's not drying at all. Like, say like with the Benefit Professional, I always used to think that was quite drying on my skin. Although it's an amazing primer for blurring your pores, it was quite drying. Obviously then they did bring out the hydrating one, hence like it was dry, the first one. But this does everything that you need to do. Blurs your face, blurs all your pores, but it's definitely not drying. I use this all the time now. I used to say, like with my Tatcha, I love it. I mean, it's amazing, but it's very expensive, so I wouldn't use it every time I done my makeup, because I'd be like, I need to savour this. But this, it's so affordable. I use it every single day, and yeah, if it runs out, I'll just go get another one. It's not the end of the world. Right, next, I mean, you saw from the hauls that obviously I do have a cream blush obsession. So yeah, there is 2 cream blushes in here that I literally just go in between. The one that I would say I've used more is the iconic Sheer Blush Cream Blush. Sheer Blush Cream Blush, I don't know, in Power Pink. These are beautiful. I have used this so much. I used to really love, well, I still do, I used to always go for the Dr. Pawpaw ones, but yeah, this one I have been going in with more. I definitely am going to get more shades. I said this over on my Instagram, but I think because they're sheer, they just melt into your skin so nicely, but then they've still got that pigment. They're just beautiful, they really are. It doesn't matter if you're going with a little bit too much, because like I say, they just melt into your skin. And yeah, I've only got one shade at the moment, which is the Power Pink, so it's like a really pink colour. You can see. But definitely going to be picking up more of these. So good. Love them. The next product again is another cream blush, but like I said, I just love cream blush. But it is the Stila cream blush in Petunia. This, I mean, it's beautiful. I've got it on today as a cream blush. It's a bit more like peachy corally, so it is really nice. It's a different shade to this, obviously. This is more of like my corally peachy one, and then this is more of my pink one. So I literally swap between the two of them. But this is so pigmented, so creamy. I either go in with a brush, but today I actually used my finger, and I think using your finger actually get more pigment, but then I did have to go over with a brush just to like make it blend a bit more. But either way, however you use it, it's beautiful. Like so nice. You don't lose that pigment even when you put on your products on top. Like you can still see it coming through your skin, and it's, yeah, it's just lovely. I don't know if they do any more shades in these. I will have to have a look, but I love this shade, Petunia. I love a peach blush, so I was actually surprised that I liked this so much, because it is definitely more of like a pinkier blush, which, you know, I prefer like a peachy corally blush. But yeah, I've been using this one more, but they're still both amazing. Such good cream blushes. I love a cream blush. It's not normal, but next, I have to mention this palette because I was in shock at one, how I reviewed it and how I thought of the product. I was not expecting me to love it so much, and then to top it off, after I'd done that video, the response on the look and the video, I was just like, wow. This little bad boy, this e.l.f. mint chocolate palette, I still haven't actually got around to trying this colourway, but the palettes as like a formula, and obviously they're so cheap, so creamy, so blendable. So like the palettes all together, not so much the colourway because I've not tried it yet, but they are such a good palette. Yeah, just really handy to have. I said this in the drugstore video, but like as a makeup artist, I know that it's very hard to condense down my kit, because I'm just a bit like, oh, let me just take that just in case, let me take that just in case. So I end up like, even when it's just me going away for like a night, I end up taking like my whole makeup kit. But it's actually really nice to find palettes that are just little cute ones that you can just slot in. I wouldn't say I'd use these so much on clients. Saying that though, I bet when I go back to doing clients, everyone would have seen this look, and I would be using this because it was such a wearable, but then the mint green like gave it that pop of colour, but it was still wearable. Like I would have gone out in that and I would not have thought, oh my god, I've got creative eye look. So I reckon people will want me to do it on them. But yeah, they're just so easy to slot in your bag. They're so cheap. Like I could not get over how good they were for the price. Like mind blown at how good these were. So yeah, they are just really cute for traveling. Put them in your bag. Like I don't know, you might want to top up your makeup when you're out. I don't think you need to, but you might. But yeah, so impressed with these. They had to have a mention. They really did. So good. Surprisingly, actually, a lot of this is drugstore. Well, I think we're like half and half. Next, the BarryM All Night Long foundation stick. Now, I loved this again in the drugstore video, but I've not stopped using this. I have not stopped. This is what I've reached for. I've got it on today. I think it is the colour as well. The colour for me, I've got Hazelnut, is perfect. Like I said in the video, it's my kind of contour shade. I like more of a warm, like, like a warm bronzy cream bronze, rather than like a cool tone. I want to be like sun-kissed, like I've just come off holiday, rather than like ashy cool tones. So yeah, this colour shade is perfect. It's a really good dupe for my Bobbi Brown one, and it's just so creamy, so easy to use. Like literally it blends in seconds, doesn't take me long. It's the worst when you have a cream bronzer and it's just a nightmare to blend, and you're sitting there for 10 minutes trying to blend it. This literally takes seconds to blend, and I've not stopped using it. It is amazing, so definitely gonna pick this up. I'm gonna stick with BarryM. And to be fair, I've not got it in my favourites, but the concealer as well was amazing as well. They were both really good, but this, definitely prefer this, and I've used this more. But BarryM is pulling it out of the bag at the minute, so I thought I ought to mention as well their lip liners, which most of this stuff is not like new, but it's new to me. And I think these lip liners have been around for quite some time, but you would have heard me say in vlogs or videos, Instagram, whatever, that I had recently picked the lip liners up. They're amazing. Again, so affordable. And I love the Morphe lip liners, but they are so popular that I feel like half the time, especially at the moment because we can't go in the shops, whenever I go on the website, they're all sold out. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, I've not bought a Morphe lip liner in ages, and I need to because I know that I'm running out of sweet tea. And do you know how hard it is to get your hands on a sweet tea lip liner? Very, very hard. If you ever get it where it is in stock, stock up, because it's just so hard. So it was actually really nice to find an affordable lip liner as an alternative for the Morphe ones. Obviously BarryM, it's just in your local Superdrug, so you can just pop in there to pick them up. I've got the shades Blush, and I think the other one's called like Russet or something. Both beautiful, beautiful shades. I'd say I'll probably go in with Blush a bit more. It's definitely more of like a pinkier lip liner, but creamy, so easy to use, affordable, really, really good, and easy to get your hands on, okay? Not like the Morphe ones. They're normally in stock. I definitely want to pick up a few more. I know my sister use, and a few people that I see on Instagram, that they use Toast, which is a good like brown lip liner. So there's definitely a few more that I want to pick up. But yeah, if you are like me and struggle to get your hands on Morphe ones and you still want a cheap, creamy alternative, BarryM lip liners are amazing. Really, really good. So my last like bougie product, which I know it did smash, so knock off a few points for that, but it's managed to sort of stay intact. I've just got to be really careful with it. This is the Cali Smashbox palette, so it's got blush and highlighters in. Now, because you know that I am obsessed with blush, these blushes are amazing. They are super, super pigmented though. You do need to be careful when you are using them, but if you're like me and you love blush and going overboard with blush is okay for you, then this is the palette to get. And also these highlighters are super, super blinding, but like in a nice way. Obviously they're not chalky, they've not got like any casting, they're just really nice. And obviously you've got 4 different shades. So again, if you're a makeup artist and you're looking for things for like clients and you want to get products that have like a range so you can use it on all different skin tones, then this is definitely perfect for that. You've got your lighter blush, you've got your darker blush, and you've also got 4 different shades of highlighter. So yeah, really, really love this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette, and the pigmentation on them, all of them, are just so good. Again, not too big, easy to travel with, easy to like if you do mobile appointments, if you're on a shoot or whatever and you need a lot of variety but don't want to take all your singles, then this palette I would definitely recommend. Yeah, I love it. I have been using this quite a bit. I'm spoiled for choice now though for blushes. Like, I have so many. And actually highlighters, I've picked up a few, as you would have seen. I've got so many now that I do use them a lot, but it's like I still try to use all different ones, which is hard because I've got so many, but yeah, it's amazing. And lastly, I didn't want to go into too much detail about all these products, so I am just trying to keep these quick and stuff. Obviously I think this is big. Oh, actually no, I've got a few more products, sorry. I've got little other things, but yeah, I wanted to keep it quite short and snappy. I don't want to go on for ages, but it looks like each month is going to get bigger because this is definitely bigger than the first one, but you know. Right, last makeup product is this Lottie London True Translucent Powder. Right, I bought this and I used it once and I was like, yeah, okay, it's nice, nothing, whatever. I tried it out again, I think again in the drugstore makeup, and I have not put this down since. It's very good. Obviously I do use my Laura Mercier and my Huda Beauty ones, but again, especially at the moment, because I feel like I am doing my makeup, and of course I want my makeup to look good for Instagram and for YouTube and stuff, but like it's quite frustrating that I'm using all my expensive products just to then wipe it off. I know it is beneficial because it's for you guys and it's like helping my Instagram and things like that, like I get that, but yeah, it's a bit like, oh, gotta like waste all these products just to wipe it off, like I'm not actually going anywhere. So it's actually really come in handy that I've found a drugstore powder that I love. So I've been using this quite a bit. The fact that it's like really white, so it's obviously translucent, but it's a lot more whiter than like my Laura Mercier, and then the Huda comes in shades. It did scare me a little bit. I was thinking, am I going to get flashback? Am I like, is it going to be too much? But when I take my pictures, I use my back camera with my flash, and there is no flashback. There is no white casting. It is beautiful. It's so finely milled, I don't know, like when the powder's really, really fine, it just looks beautiful under the eye. And it's quite nice because where it is white, it's a got the brightening effect as well. I really like it, and again, affordable. So at the minute, when I am just sitting and not really going anywhere with the makeup on, I will use that because I think like, oh, it's easy, I can then replace it and it's not gonna cost me 30 quid like my Huda and my Laura Mercier. I do need to stock up on them because I'm running out and we go back to work in 2 weeks. So yeah, but even still, I will have this and I'll use this on clients. It's not to say that because I just use it to sit indoors or like take it off after that it's not good. It still sets my face. I think I've used this when I've gone out, well not out, but like gone for a walk or had a day of like doing stuff with makeup on. I've definitely used this and it keeps my makeup in place. I actually used it on the, oh yeah, because I actually said I done that drugstore look and then I had that makeup on for like 12 hours and my makeup did not budge one bit, and that was with this little bad boy. So I really am impressed with this. Drugstore these days just pull it out of the bag. I'm sorry, but they do. Like, it's very on par to the high-end stuff. I mean, there's good and bad in everything. A brand could have an amazing product but then come out with not so good of a product, so it is always very up and down, but there is a lot of good gems in the drugstore these days, and that is definitely one of them. And then this is a bit random, but I actually wanted to talk about a few brushes. I mean, please bear in mind that I have just used these and they're not clean. They are not. But these 3 brushes have literally saved my life these last few weeks, like this month, since picking these up. Well, I say that. So the first one is a Real Techniques brush. It's a setting brush. I've had it for ages, but one day randomly I thought, you know what, I'm going to use this to blend out my concealer, and I've not changed it since. I use this, so obviously yes, it's dirty, but it's just like a flat, quite thin, pointed brush. It's fluffy, and to blend your concealer out with this, amazing. I do obviously still go over with a sponge afterwards, but it just blends out so nicely, and obviously it's a bit bigger than some of the other brushes I used to use, so it's quicker, easier, and yeah, it just blends out really nicely. So I always use this now, which yeah, really recommend a fluffier, bigger brush to blend out your concealer, and then obviously go over it with a sponge just to make sure it's seamless. Really like this. The next 2 are actually from Molly O'Brien. So you would have seen that I bought the brush, well, the face brush set this month. Well, yeah, this is coming out on the 1st, so last month technically. But these 2 brushes are my fave out of the set. I mean, I love all of them, but I've definitely religiously used these now and I've like noticed a difference. So the first one is the Ava brush, which I have spoken about. It is again flat but still fluffy, so it's not like a rounded fluffy brush, it's more of like a flat fluffy brush, if that makes sense. But this for my nose contour, amazing. Literally so easy. Where it's flat, literally just down the sides of your nose, under your nose, perfect. This is my new nose contour brush and I'm really happy with it. Would not go back on it unless I found another one that I like, but at the moment this is my favourite. Just makes life easier because it's flat. Obviously your nose, you want that straight line to do your contour, so it's just so easy. I use this with concealer and bronzer. I use it the same, and yeah, I really love it. Then the next one is my Taxi brush, which you would have seen me use. This is just like a dense fluffy brush, but I've been using this to buff out my P. Louise base. Sometimes I do use this for concealer. They're both very good for concealer, but yeah, if I'm using this for concealer, I'll use this to buff out my P. Louise base on my lids, and like if I do my under eye with a P. Louise base, I'll just use that. It's just a really handy brush to have on hand, just to like blend any little nooks and crannies on your face, like your nose, your eyes, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it just is a really good size to get in there, if that makes sense. So again, every time I do my makeup, I use these 3 brushes. They're just brushes that I think are essential, really. All the other brushes are sort of chop and change, depends what mood I'm in, but these 3 brushes, I will use them every time I do my makeup without fail. Don't really have an alternative for these. Like I did in the past, but since I got these, I've not gone back to them. Whereas, like I said, my other brushes, I'll just chop and change it. It really sort of depends what kind of mood I'm in. But yeah, that is all my favourites. Like I said, I've tried to keep it quite short and sweet. Don't want to ramble too much because you probably would have heard me ramble about them already this month, because like I say, they're my favourites and I have used them all religiously on here, on Instagram, the lot. But you've got payday money and you want to treat yourself this month, these I all really recommend. They're just really good products. Of course, I'm only going to recommend stuff that I love and I genuinely use all the time. Again, that's why I'm not going to make these videos extra long, because surely there's not that many products that you've found in a month that you love like every single day. Like, of course, there is other products that I've been using and that are good, but like these are like essentials to me now. Like, these are my babies. I literally will use them all the time. And as well, like, since using them, I have noticed a difference in my makeup, just like the application and like the finished result. Like, they really do make a difference, so that is obviously why I am including them. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this up every month. I am always gonna be buying new makeup, so these should be a lot easier to do now, to try new products, show my favourites. I love watching favourite videos. I feel like a lot of the time when I do tutorials and stuff, of course I love the products like I say, but if it makes it into the favourite, then like, you know that it's definitely worth spending your money on, because like I say, these are literally stuff that I really recommend. The others I love, I recommend them. These are like extra recommendations. That makes sense? But yeah, that is the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, I will leave my Look Fantastic code on the screen and below, like listing which ones you can get that from there. All the others you can pick up in Superdrug. So again, really easy. But yeah, like this video if you do like me doing favourites and you do find it helpful, because it just makes it so much easier for me to tell what content you are liking if you like the video. I know it sounds silly, but if one video gets loads of likes, like my haul, oh my god, my haul, I literally can't believe how much love I've got on it. So like, now I know you like the hauls, like I've got to keep them up, so it does just make my life easier. Or comment or just message me, like it doesn't have to be like, gonna try to do them every month. I enjoy doing them, I love talking about the products. So yeah, before you do leave, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, turn your notification bell on so you don't miss any of my uploads on Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, which I am trying to keep to it. Most weeks I am. There's just some weeks that, like last week, I'm really sorry. Last week was not a good week. But I'm back this week. I'm trying to get them on time. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Mwah.